Good evening, good people. It's your boy JaDarrion Blakemore back with another one. RADR 2233 pathology presentation. Lock in, finna try to teach you something. So, my pathology, just a little overview and description of it, it is over gallstones. So, gallstones can be small and usually have a consistency of like sand or grit. If the buildup is too much, it can cause serious issues. Gallstones also usually have enough calcium in them that they can be seen on x rays and CTs, more commonly in ultrasound. The appearance is usually that of a sphere and would appear very white on a display monitor. This pathology usually sits in the gallbladder. This happens when bile is stored in the gallbladder and it gets hard. Okay, cause of pathology. Now, there are many more reasons as to why someone could get gallstones, but here are just a few that I found. Many factors can lead to gallstones, such as family history of it, people older than the age of 40, some say 60, excess weight. It is more commonly found in females than males. This tends to happen when the bile doesn't have enough bile salt in ratio to cholesterol. Not enough bile is being produced, so the gallbladder is not emptying as it should. Rapid weight loss, fasting, ethnicity. There's a lot of things that play a role into factoring gallstones. So a little bit about my primary modality. The primary modality was sonography. The unique thing about ultrasound is that it's non-ionizing. The radiation, no radiation is used. Sonography is the use of high frequency sound waves that produce images. The equipment used for this modality is an ultrasound system and transducers, or people call them probes. Through these computers and machines, it is able to create a wave of energy when an electrical voltage is applied to the transducer. That sound waves then leaves the transducer, travels through the body, and as sound and interacts with the anatomic structures. Then returns to the transducer. The transducer acts as a receiver, receives that sound back to form an image. I know a little something about this. Your boy just finished your ultrasound rotation, so yeah, lock in with me. Lock in. So this is a little breakdown, like a little overview, not too much, but we just gonna get the basics out the way. So as we see here, this is the gallbladder right here. Bam, we see that. Yeah, we got the stone. All right. Now I just want y'all to pay attention to where the stone is right here. Now as we move on to this next image, we got the gallbladder here, stone here. Mm-hmm. Better image, whole gallbladder, stone here. Okay. All right. So like I said, we're gonna dive a little deeper. As you can see on all these images, these are images of the gallbladder. And on this first image, you really kind of don't see the stone. What plays a vital role in ultrasound is the positioning. So they also position the patient and have the patient move into different positions to see the images that they need to see. Because as you can see in this image here, you can see the gallbladder, the wall, the fundus, the body, the neck of the gallbladder, but you don't necessarily see the stone. And with ultrasound, you need those views. It's important. You don't want to type in your notes that you don't see a stone. So it's a vital role in radiology and imaging as a whole to make sure you get the different positions and images you need. In this next image, you can see more than likely this is a supine image, and you can see the gallstone right here, kind of in between the fundus and body area. And then on this next one, you have, like I said, the fundus up top, the body, and then you have the neck here. The stone here is more so in the neck of the gallbladder. Another image of it closer to the neck of the gallbladder. This is a trans view of it, and you can kind of see, you can see the gallstone here. And also in this one, this is a good one of the trans view, and you can see the gallstone right here. I like to think of these as like looking through a telescope or a cylinder type view, and this just shows you right there, gallstone, boom. All right. So description of the second modality of choice that I decided to go with, that would be computed tomography, for short, CT. Is a type of imaging that uses X-ray tubes and detectors array to gather anatomic data from the patient. The data can then be reconstructed into images. CT uses computers and mechanical data imaging systems to help provide an image. CT can also provide axial, sagittal, and coronal view of the anatomy. This is allowed because of the mechanical setup. Think of CT as picking a slice of bread out of a loaf. With CT, the good thing about it is, like I stated earlier, you can do reconstructions. You have the ability to see many views from different angles since the tube is spinning around you. So if you want to take a slice out of that loaf of bread, look at it, determine if all the anatomy is seen on this image, see if you can get a better interpretation of the anatomy. That's the good thing about it. You can take that slice out, look at it. Okay, put it back. You want to go to the back end part of the loaf of bread, pull out a slice, boom. Okay. That's the good thing about CT. So that's the awesome thing about seeing gallstones on it. As you can see here, we have slices of a gallstone, of a gallbladder, and as you can see, you can kind of see in this first one. Okay, we got some whitening in the gallbladder. It's not supposed to be there. Next one, okay, a little more whitening. Next one, a little more whitening. Like I said, not gonna go too deep because I'm gonna break it down more on the next one. But you can see as this change, just look at your surrounding area, and you can tell these are different slices. Look at the spine. Look at the vertebrae in the spine. Look at the spinous process. See how it's changing? That lets you know. That's just one indication I use to look at, and lets me know that these are different views of the gallbladder. So I mentioned earlier how you can see whitening in the gallbladder in each one of these slices. I referenced that because a gallbladder is usually darker. So how the top half of all these images are usually what is the contrast supposed to look like, the image is supposed to look like when you look at an image of the gallbladder. As you can see, with the deeper the slices go, you don't see as much white here. You move to the next slice, you see a little more white, and then you see more white in this one. It's very important for us to see these versus a different modality, because it shows us just about how much something is and where it is. It's an effective way in the modality to see what we need to see as far as the gallstones or the sludge that's starting to build up in the gallbladder to form gallstones. So treatment and care for this, for gallstones that sit in the gallbladder, if you're asymptomatic, no treatment really. Non-invasive treatment, lithotripsy, chemical dissolution. I also hear physicians or texts also saying drink plenty of water. It kind of helps flush and get that out, because if it's stuck in certain places like any type of ducts or anything, it can be hard to urinate. It can be hard to pee pee. So I've also heard drink plenty of water when it comes to this. But for gallstones that sit in the gall bladder, these are typically the treatments for it. And these are my references. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all learned some. Yeah, appreciate y'all time. Yeah.